Hello there gorgeous gamers, and welcome back to Pure Play TV for another kind of video review. And this time it's World Rally Championship 9, which we have previously covered on PS4. Link is down below. But in this video we're looking at the PS5 version of the game now that we've got a few PS5 consoles amongst the team. A review code was provided by the publisher. Adding a few licks of PS5 paint, as well as haptic and DualSense support, WRC 9 marks a solid entry point for the future of racing games on the PS5. The visuals, already impressive on PS4, truly shine here, with reflections and light bouncing off your cars, all supported by a solid 60 frames a second that manages to keep up with the action on screen. Before we carry on with this video, please do us a favour and hit the like and subscribe buttons down below, and don't forget the bell icon too, so you're the first to know when we've got new stuff. Cheers my dears! Now to me, racing games always manage to look good, if you ignore the cardboard cutout spectators that so many seem to use for observers, and WRC 9 is no exception. WRC 9 looks good on the PS4 and it looks better on PS5. I'm not going to wax lyrical about frame rates and hertz output, but as for being a feast on the eyes, WRC 9 ticks all the right boxes. An early race has you racing at night, and WRC 9 really gets across how this would feel. Your headlights light the way, casting shadows and reflecting off puddles in the road. Outside the cone of light cast by your car, it's hard to see much else, and I had to shift the camera angle to better focus on the road ahead. The first time I've had to do this in a racing game for something other than personal preference, and that is a testament to how good the game looks. What WRC 9 really nails is the haptic feedback and little touches that are now possible through the DualSense controller. From the beginning of each race, as you accelerate through the starting gate, the DualSense conveys the action on the screen into subtle yet impressive vibrations through the controller in your hands. Not just that, but the road surface is conveyed through crafty and ingenious vibrations and haptic feedback. Whether your car skids around in the snow or the dirt of a country road, you get a sense for how this feels in the way the controller hums, and the haptic triggers relay this by changing the resistance in every press of the accelerator and brake. Even braking at speed feels different and offers more resistance, which is subtle enough to go unnoticed but makes a huge difference when combined with the other changes WRC 9 implements. Such changes are small, but they make a huge difference in the immersion and the feel you get for the game. Sometimes I must admit that despite being a racing fan, I do sometimes get bored with racing games because my desire to be the fastest isn't matched by my skill, and I also usually end up spending more time off the track than on it. With the addition of haptic feedback, I really felt like I got a good feel for the road as the car rattled and screeched its way around each bend and bump. After the few initial training missions WRC 9 guides you through, I was up and rallying with the best of them, and as much as I was guided by what I was seeing on the screen, it was the clever and new ways that this was translated into my hands that really helped me get to grips with what I was doing, and its effects cannot be understated, however subtle they may be. Having said that, I am still a long way off being a racing pro, and I did end up spending a fair amount of time off-road. WRC 9 makes use of this too, with pings and pops emitting from the DualSense's speaker to relay the debris bouncing off the underside of my car. When combined with the vibrations and haptic feedback, this felt unusual to the point it was distracting, but through perseverance, this too helped me get a better feel for the road and how it should be navigated. WRC 9 is still the same game under the hood that it was on PS4, but if you own the original, this comes with a free upgrade if you've managed to nab yourself a PS5. If you don't and you're itching to see how a racing game plays with all the added bells and whistles the PS5 allows, WRC 9 is a great starting point for racing purists and novices alike. And that's the end of this mini review. That's turned out to be not so mini. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and show your love by hitting the like button down below. If you want to see more of our lovely stuff and hear more of my lovely voice, who doesn't, hit the subscribe button and don't forget the bell so that you get notified whenever we've got something new for you to watch. I've been Chris, you've been Wacky Racers, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye!